Yeah, it really didn't come from knowing too much in my youth about, Chekhov or Walker Percy or William Carlos Williams. I mean, I knew when I started writing that there were these writers. I had read them and I knew that they had been more or less, some of them active physicians, some of them not. But no, they didn't particularly influence me. I'm delighted to be in the tradition, right? I mean, I think it's an interesting tradition. Why is it that so many writers have been doctors, right? Or so many, well-known writers have been doctors. And it sort of makes some sense, right? That medicine offers these great themes that are in fiction, like sex and death and failure and desire and home and pain. And, I also think that writers are by nature optimists. You have to be an optimist to start a book, believing that you're going to finish a book. So I think that, doctors are often optimists. They want to give you a happy ending, even if they don't always give you a happy ending. um yeah, I think that both careers obviously involve human stories, but I think it's more than that, right? I mean, if you're a caterer or you're a cab driver, you get to hear human stories. What doctors get, what I get at work every day is that, I really get to direct the story. And that's sort of fun, right? Like, I'll give you an example from my work. Like, if I say to a patient, do you drink alcohol? And my patient says no, right? Like, outside of the worlds of medicine and writing, like, that's a sort of uninteresting exchange, right? But it becomes more interesting depending on what's next, right? I get to control next. Like, it's interesting if the patient says, no, I don't drink because my mother died of cirrhosis, or I don't drink because, I go to 3 AA meetings a week, right? People are interested once you sort of get beyond the first no. Once you say, oh, okay, well, what do you mean no? That's unusual. And I think that's what, writers and doctors get to do. They get to sort of ask the next question. And that's fun. That's how the two are linked for me.